A spot for ice houses in your living room.
Yeah, well, it's got to dry it out. That's what we're doing.
There's
Drying it out.
house
Drying it out.
Yeah, because it was wet. It had snow on it still. And then we just put it in our frozen garage, so it needed to air dry out.
Oh,
So Mary's got a little ice house playroom.
Otherwise, you end up with moldy nastiness inside your ice house.
It smells in here. I had to change my wax and make it smell all pretty.
I was gonna say.
Thank God for Sensei.
There's some mold. They got mold.
Good morning.
I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you. I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you.
And as you can see, if you check out the back office with the technical analysis, you'll be able to get into the mainframe of the system and figure out how to change your avatar with legs. So that's the end of this tutorial. Let's get on with the show.
Thanks, John. Yeah, I can still see your screen, Michael.
yeah, I can see it too. I'm looking at it, but I don't know. I'm trying to click into the casting. I don't know what happened. I know what happened. I backed out of workrooms to reset the
Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Vaughn.
desk, and now
Happy
we're having
Wednesday,
technical
y'all.
difficulties.
Welcome to this weird Wednesday.
Yeah, it's weird.
Wacky Bob's Wednesday. We got wacky guys. Flailing, I can't remember. Flaily arm.
Wacky inflatable food guy.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Wacky
Morning,
inflatable
Daniel.
flailing arm guy.
Good morning. Good morning.
I see
Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Vaughn.
Share the
Amelia.
stream.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Like our event can just put up, and it's not gonna be like a 20-foot one. You know, it's like
They have mini ones,
I think we need to get a 20-foot one though.
and it's got to be green.
Yo. And maybe we can get an artist to do some painting on his face or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like
all over the body.
yeah, put it
Like tube otherwise.
like
Or something. With arms.
and then the arms are actually just like the smoke. Yeah, it's just a blunt. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties with our let me close this and see if I can.
Good morning, everybody on the interwebers.
It's hump day. You gotta forgive us.
So how'd you guys feel about that hearing yesterday?
Tom did a good job.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was
I was like
definitely
in the middle of
interesting.
leaving my house, and I turned it off on accident, and I forgot to turn it back on, and I was like pissed.
I thought it
But
was
I watched Marin. She did a great job.
she did. She did an excellent job. Yeah, yeah. He said pounds and pounds in one cart. It's super concentrated, 97%. It's like it'll take pounds and pounds.
How do I get one of them? I'm shopping in the wrong space.
Like so, but like the math is way off. I think.
It is ignorance of not
Yeah.
trying to educate yourself. That's all that is.
Yeah. And I'm happy Marin is so well spoken and able to rebuttal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did it along with Representative Bowman. She did that shit. Needed a little help, but she killed it. I was very pleased.
And said, yeah, because they don't think we educating ourselves, learning, and be able to come back with a comeback.
Or if it was somebody like me, it wouldn't have been eloquently spoken at all, because it'd just been like 4-letter cuss words. Try.
Good thing it wasn't me. I would have been like, back to you, Dave. Anyway, good morning. We're finally working here. Yeah, so good morning. We're live. Canna-Joe morning show. Had some, I don't know what the heck was going on, but I'm Michael Ford.
Camille Black, what's up? Happy Wednesday.
What up, guys? Jenny's back.
Alicia. Oh, I thought I had Alicia.
The producer.
And I'm Var the man. Thank you
Oh,
guys.
I thought you was gonna say you was Davin Dave. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Well, Davin Dave, Ghost Dave. To
Ghost
our,
Dave.
to our missing Ghost Dave. Let's get
Ghost
that.
Dave. Dabbers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed watching that process and watching, like, I don't know. I think it's important for the public to watch those things, just if for anything else, to see how uninformed our legislators are on some of these things they vote against.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're informed because we've been following the process. So obviously we know what it is. But you got to think, man, how many bills are they actually looking at? Like they're going over tons and tons of bills, and you know they're not informed, and then they're making decision on these bills without really a lot of knowledge or education on the issue that they're actually voting on. So
I would like to analogize it this way. It'd be like me going to perform brain surgery on somebody.
analogize.
I don't know how the fuck to do that.
Yeah, or you're the decision person to decide what surgery they need to get.
Yeah, right? Never
Like
real
you
knowledge
need
about-
what is
That's
that?
not working right. You need to get your leg chopped off.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, well, good morning, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Happy birthday to Signa Black.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Sarah.
Happy birthday to
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I don't know if she loves today, but she usually jumps on YouTube. But if you didn't, happy birthday, Signa. Happy early birthday to the man. Big day tomorrow, man. What is tomorrow? Thursday, man. You got big plans?
Plans?
No, not really.
Nah, not really.
Once you get over Thursday, you don't plan anything.
Nah, you're just like, oh, here we are. Another
See
one.
what happens.
I do something every year on my birthday. Maybe I'm just alone in that, but
Last year it was on a houseboat. Went on a houseboat and trip with my family last year. That was super fun.
that's cool.
I know people do stuff for their birthday. I mean, I know people who do that, but I don't know. I guess it really stopped that period where I was like in treatment and then prison, because it was like, you know,
Yeah.
that was some years. It was like,
That's
Like-
like things for sure.
Like custom jailhouse pizza today.
We're gonna put all the pepperonis on that side.
Deluxe. And I kidnapped a boiled egg. You know what I mean? Put that in the mix. Anyway, if they've never, those who know. Anyway. Right. So what we got today, Vari?
well, we got a story which from the Catholic Spirit, and they're talking about the players that are on the field in the state in Minnesota regarding marijuana.
You know, the Catholics don't really support the legalization. I'm curious what they're going to say.
Yeah.
Exactly what I had.
Well, I don't know. Catholics do, but specific Catholic
The church.
churches don't
Yeah.
necessarily, or maybe they do and just don't. I don't know. What does it say, Barry? Let's listen.
So in 2019, tobacco giant Alteria, owner of Marlboro, invested 1.8 billion in Canadian cannabis company Kronos Group. The year before, Constellation Brands, the maker of Corona and Modelo beers, put $4 billion into Canopy Growth, Canada's largest medical marijuana maker. A likely impetus: Canada, which legalized medical marijuana in 2001, approved recreational use of the drug effective October 17, 2018. And now an increasing number of states approve medical and recreational use of marijuana. Big tobacco and big alcohol companies are setting their sights on the US market. Early last year, Alteria, Constellation, and the National Association of Convenience Stores and other groups launched a coalition for cannabis policy, education, and regulation, CPAIR, to focus lobbying on federal and state legalization of recreational and medical use of the drug. The big company moves and money into marijuana are not confined to the national and international stage. It's happening in Minnesota, where the medical marijuana has been legal since 2014, and there is a push to legalize recreational cannabis. The past 2 months, Minnesota's 2 homegrown cannabis companies and the only licensed medical marijuana growers and dispensers in the state, Leafline Industries Growth Holdings, were purchased by larger Chicago companies that operate in multiple states. Green Thumb Industries, now incorporated in British Columbia, Canada, acquired Leafline in January. Verano Holdings acquired Goodness Growth Holdings in early February. I don't know if we're gonna read that church. Okay, that's not part of it. Okay. For opponents of recreational marijuana, including the Minnesota Catholic Conference and Smart Approaches to Marijuana Minnesota, big money maneuvering over a drug that can impair drivers and workers, which we lead to dependency, mental illness, and learning disabilities, particularly among the young, does not bode well for the common good. Well, I'd like to see the science behind
I'd
that.
like to see them take all the wine out of the church.
Exactly.
Oh, I was gonna say some other words. So
Well, anyway,
I
no.
had to hold on.
Yeah, I know where you was going. Anyway, yeah, that's another issue.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Food
Bart,
in the
man. Don't wanna
wine.
upset anybody because we will get what's the word when you upset somebody? What do they call you?
Blacklisted.
There's another word too.
They're blackballed.
Yeah, canceled. Yeah, canceled. We're gonna get canceled. Sorry.
Mhm.
We don't want the Catholic Church to cancel us because then it's over.
Right. Be like, we heard what you said. Well, you know what you do.
You know what you did. We all know what you did. No, anyway. This is a horrible. Anyway, go ahead, Bart. What are they saying? Maybe there's some
nuggets. Yeah, we'll dig.
Right.
So the more commercial interests get engaged to promote legalization of recreational marijuana, the harder our fight becomes, said John Hosladen, president of CEO of Minnesota Truckers Association, which belongs to a group formed in January by MCC and others called Minnesotans Against Marijuana Legalization. See sidebar. There's a lot of pressure, resources, and lobbying. Yeah, I think we did an
article on when they first decided to conglomerate around fighting the cannabis.
So they said, follow the money. These companies do not limit their involvement to medical marijuana, said Ryan Hamilton, MCC's government relations associate. To the contrary, they are involved with recreational marijuana in states that it's legal, he said, and any industry whose aim is to profit off addiction, vice, or suffering must be of grave concern to all Catholics because of the negative impacts not only on human dignity, but because of the risk to one's eternal soul.
Whoa.
Whoa. Goes deep.
That's deep.
That's deep. Like, goes 6 feet deep.
Well, they got to realize there's some people that don't believe in all of that stuff.
But they don't believe in our stuff. So maybe, maybe they got some truth in there. Maybe marijuana is the devil's lettuce.
They cut that.
No, that is coleslaw. You take that back right now. Coleslaw is the devil's
I
lettuce.
like coleslaw. Coleslaw is good. What are you talking about? Especially the one with the raisins in it.
No.
Anyway.
Mute Michael's mic, y'all.
So
Muted his own damn self.
I think we should have muted at the start of this article. As soon as he said Catholic, I was like, oh, here we go. Go ahead, Barry. I'm sorry, guys. Canna-Joe fans. I'm sorry, you guys. We're on one today. If you're Catholic, we don't want to offend anybody. We don't, you know what I'm saying, judge people off their religions. Or
We pass joints, not judgment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unless you pass in judgment first, and you're gonna get some. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Don't pass judgment. Keep your hands to yourself. Anyway, back to you, Barry.
All right. Yeah, these multinational corporations see the looming marijuana market as their next big investment and then have invested billions to take it over. The art of lobbying is in play as well. These companies have deployed armies of lobbyists at state houses across the nation to advance policies that serve only their profits. Their efforts come at the expense of our kids and public health. Paul Asin, that's a long A, I think, because it's two A's, so Asin, maybe Paul Asin, maybe. President of the Minnesota Safety Council, which also belongs to the recently formed MAML, seconds Sam's concern about big companies and marijuana, that the mix means you'll get the marketing machine of those companies already accustomed to advertising tobacco and alcohol, he said. We run the risk of creating another public health problem. The easiest solution, Asin said, is not to legalize recreational marijuana. That would be simpler, safer than creating special education, healthcare, and enforcement efforts around the drug, he said. That doesn't make sense.
You sure don't?
No, it doesn't.
Right now.
People are going to use it anyway. People are already.
They're already using it. They've been using it for how long? I don't know. How long has cannabis been around?
Right.
Since the beginning of time? Since it grew?
In a pyramid somewhere. Yeah. In a pyramid somewhere.
Since it grew. I wonder if they found a bottle of wine in there.
No,
Probably not.
I did not hear that.
Well, I guess it couldn't have been there because the wine is the blood of Christ. It couldn't have been there at that time. It wasn't created. Anyway, go ahead, Vari.
So the bill in the Minnesota Senate, SF 757, and its companion last year in the House, HF 600, do not provide adequate resources and structure for a recreational marijuana industry, Hassan said. He noted that a study in Colorado found that its recreational marijuana industry cost that state $4.50 in economic and social costs for every $1 gained in tax revenue.
That doesn't sound. Where do these numbers come from? That's like saying that it takes pounds and pounds to get a vape cart.
Yeah, that is the same right there.
That's the same math. Right. I don't know what calculator they use, but we need to get one of those when it's time to, file your taxes. I should be getting more back.
Right? I need tons and tons of dollars back.
Right.
Yeah, man, these numbers are just ridiculous. I guess nowadays you could just throw out any number you want and people will assume that it's accurate without no research, without any.
Just because somebody said it.
Well, especially off of Facebook, because they ain't got the facts.
Yeah. And usually when you read, and usually when you read articles like this and they put numbers in there, they have the statistics and the charts that were used to create these numbers. It looks like they just picked a number and just threw it in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's great. This is a long article, but I think it's a great discussion afterwards.
So the House Majority Leader Ryan Winkler, DFL Golden Valley, the sponsor of HF 600, told the Catholic Spirit he believes his bill protects against big money investments in recreational marijuana because it would allow companies to hold a license for only one step in the process, such as a cultivator license, a retail license, or a micro business license. that would prevent vertical integration like that already seen in the medical side of the industry in Minnesota, he said.
Right, where they own everything, the flower, the grow, the dispensary.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, Jim Knutson, or Jim, or I don't know why I said Knutson.
Judson Kim? Is that what it says? Judson Kim? Bemis. That doesn't sound nothing like Knutson.
Bemis.
I don't know what's going on. All right.
Oh no. Magic mushroom.
Matrix.
Love it.
Yeah,
Because it did say Knutson for a second and it switched.
Yeah, that was weird.
No,
Anyway.
you're tripping.
Eyes closed. You were blinking or something.
Knutson from Judson Kim. Oh, okay, guys.
Yeah, because I seen Knutson as soon as he said it, but then when I looked again, it was changed. Anyway, where were you at, Bernie? So Judson Kim
Bemis, chairman of Smart Approaches to Marijuana Minnesota, said further complicating the picture in Minnesota is that beginning March 1st, medical marijuana expanded from pills and oils to allowing smokable cannabis. Effective August 1st, the offerings will also include edibles such as gummies and chews, he said. It's a slippery slope, Bemis said, of the maintaining strictly medical use of cannabis in the face of products that are easy to ingest. Whoa, I ain't do that. And in some cases, harder to measure. How do you prescribe smoking? The edible situation is, I think, even more serious. Hassan cautioned that unlike alcohol, there are no reliable measures by which to determine marijuana impairment. In addition, people who use marijuana to the point of being impaired often mix it with alcohol or other drugs, which presents another set of challenges, he said. Well, I feel like if they use it with other drugs, then it makes it easy for them to determine impairment, right? So wouldn't that actually...
They would be impaired by other drugs. Like alcohol is legal, but how many people use coke with that? I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
tobacco. I mean, whatever. But there's all kinds of drugs that can impair you.
Exactly.
And marijuana, for instance, most people that use marijuana, use marijuana. They don't.
Marijuana.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't know. Not everybody. I can't say everybody because I don't have any statistics that I can point you to. But I know personally, I smoke weed and I don't really use anything else.
Right.
Occasionally some Tylenol. Maybe Grand Marnier every now and then. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, back to you, Bart.
So there's no clear path at the moment to managing marijuana use, even as well or poorly as we've managed alcohol, Hassan said. Interweave all of these and you have somebody who shouldn't be operating a drill press or driving a car.
So what it is, some of them Catholics know that they're probably adult children probably partake in marijuana.
I don't think anytime you mix stuff with marijuana is just not a good combination. Clearly, we mix coffee and cannabis every day, and you can see the trouble that's arisen from the caffeine in the.
Oh my gosh, this coffee it's so intoxicating.
Yeah.
I mean, some
coffee. The coffee by itself is great, but as soon as you mix in marijuana, it becomes,
Oh God.
Anyway,
like
I promise, guys, we're gonna make it through this article. Sometimes it's 10:33. We'll make it through before the show ends. Go ahead, Brian.
Oh shit! No, we gotta go. We gotta go right now. Yep. All right. So that's the show, folks.
Shit. Yep. Oh damn! We gotta.
What?
Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow's Thirsty Thursday, so we'll have drinks and coffee and cannabis, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Here, I'm gonna let them hear the music.
What in the back door is going on here?